Last thing I'm going to show you is how to use one of the preset Vectorworks plants to add to your model. I generally have all of my plants as circles, but then I'll add in like a tree or some other kind of feature plant. So if you go to the plant button on the toolsets menu and then click the spanner and the pencil, go to definition and then click on the current plant here. So I do not want that. I am going to go to basic template plants, although you'll see a lot more here. As I mentioned previously, oh, actually I might go for that tree. Vectorworks 2016, it's relatively a simple layout, this screen, but 2017 and 2018 it's slightly more complicated, and I think you'll actually see more plants. Anyhow, I'm going to choose that ornamental tree, so I'm going to select it. I'm then going to press duplicate, and because I want to create a copy of that symbol, I am going to call it Amelanchier lamarcki. I think that's right. Go to insertion options. I'll give it a 2 meter spread. The spacing for trees doesn't matter so much because it's unlikely you're going to be filling a huge area. You'll generally just be placing them as singles. But I will just set it as, I think I'll just set it as 2000. So again, schedule, that's going to be Amelanchier. Common name, Amelanchier. This is where you can put in sort of 12, let's say 12 to 14 centimetre girth, bare root. You know, or any other details that you want to put in there. Mass plants, you will not be able to use the mass plants when plants have central line markings. The line markings in the middle just won't compute, and your plant will look a bit weird. I'll turn the weird red shadow off. So the sketch outlines, you'll see it's not so relevant with the circle, but with the kind of more sketchy trees and so on, you can have lots of outlines. They can look quite cool. But for the sake of clarity, I think I'm just going to stick with none. I'm going to ignore the plant data again, and then I click OK, and then OK again. Now, when I go to my, no I don't, drop down here and go to current document, you'll see there's Amelanchier. So if I just click that, I would then be able to place, no, I've got the wrong plant placement mode. Go to the single plant placement mode and I just click and I've got one up, and you'll see that it's transparent as well. So yeah, that's how you can add plants in. Again, I can do exactly the same thing that I did with the previous plants and change in the colour. If I double click it, go to 2D graphics. So the outline here, this has got no fill on it, but if I put a solid in, maybe if I put a green solid, and then I can change the opacity with this button here, then all of a sudden you've got a sort of translucent green plant that you can still see the others through. So that's how you will add in more fancy plants. I would advise you to keep it simple because planting plants can look really cluttered. But yeah, for adding just a bit of texture and interest and so on, that's the best way to do it.